On Tuesday, 2nd of June 2026, Delta State Governor Sheriff Oborevwori declared that his number one priority, his number one project is Bola Tinubu's re-election. He made this statement during an interview with Arise TV. In fact, with Oji, that's Oji Ope in Asaba. Not Ndokwa East. Let me clear. Do you know that in Ndokwa East today, one of the major oil producing states in Delta State does not have what? Road. Yes. Doesn't have electricity. Doesn't have what? Water, clean water. And no schools. Some of the schools there have dilapidated. The schools and don't scatter. And this is a declaration coming out from what? Delta State Governor. Now, he also appealed on Nigerians, so not only Deltans, to vote for Tinubu, saying that the project was bigger project than any other project, than building roads for the people of Ndokwa East, than repairing a damaged road between Abo to Benin, along Abo to Benin, than what? Giving the people of Ndokwa East electricity, good water, schools, hospitals. That re-electing Bola Tinubu is the only project that matters. He said it will help what? Delta State and Nigeria. Tinubu now has done his tenure. This is almost 4 years now. This is going for second tenure. If truly what Governor Oborevwori is saying is true, why is it that the people of Ndokwa East, a whole full local government, do not have road in it? He didn't only end there. He also was said, crediting this Bola Tinubu's reform to what? To increasing what? Revenue for state. Now, Oborevwori is confirming that Delta State and also many other states in Nigeria is making much money right now under President Bola Tinubu's reform. With all of this money Delta State is making, still a full local government. Now, I'm talking from Oko to Abala, then to Ushi, to Opai, and linking to Kwali does not happen. Now, because I'm not trying to make up this. Those of you that live in Asaba, we all know Oko Market. You see that Oko Market that you see, you will see a signboard in that Oko Market. On that signboard, you see where it is written, Ushi Clan. Now, can you see any major road that pass through that Oko Market? No. At the same way, that Oko Market, the road is so bad. When you go further to Oko Town and further to Abala, to the whole Ushi and to Lincoln Topai, it is so horrible. And this is Delta State Governor telling you openly that Delta State is making much money. And did you know that it's not only that Delta State is making so much money, but 13% of the revenue from Delta State is coming from what? A region that doesn't work, that is not benefiting from it. Now, listen to what Governor Oborevwori.
It's not an issue. We should talk about how to deliver, Mr. President. How to not an issue. It's not an issue. We should talk about how to deliver, Mr. President. My president, President Bola Tinubu, it's my number one project. That's the project. And my project, yes, that's my project. Because that project is bigger than any other project. Not an issue.
Now you can hear him. This is from the governor, not from me. Governor Oborevwori today does not know that the people of Ndokwa East don't have road. But he knows what matters for Tinubu, who is in Abuja. A governor, a state, because Governor Oborevwori, if he tell me, say no, say the whole people of the whole Ndokwa East does not have road. Let me tell you, the only road that made mistake and passed through some few communities in Ndokwa East is because those road is a road that link Warri to Asaba to Warri. It's because of Warri that made Osis and Iselegu to have road. Every other part of what Delta State does not have road. In fact, the major part of Delta State, when you talk the whole of Yinyi, does not have road. The whole of Ushi, Abala, does not have road. Opai. In fact, Opai will produce what? High level, Benekuku to be present. We honor Benekuku. Some of the light you see in those places are the tiny light from oil company that the day they leave, those lights disappear. Do you know that some of the electricity that Nigerians are using today is generated from Ndokwa East, but the same Ndokwa East does not have road? And here is the governor of Ndokwa East telling you that his number one project is for the re-election of Bola Tinubu. Look at Abo Road today. Abo, between Asaba, from Asaba to Benin, the Abo Road, it has been damaged so badly. Look at it. Look at Abo Road on my screen. It's not me trying to make up this. Can you see? Can you see somebody car that sink inside water? This is what Abo Road. This is Delta State for you. And the governor of Delta State is telling you that his number one priority, his number one project, and his re-election of Bola Tinubu. Not only the re-election of Bola, confirming that Delta State is making much money. Then what is holding Delta State governor from fixing what? Delta State. What is holding Delta State governor from starting up major projects in Indokwa East? Because yes, somebody might say, go after your what? Representatives. Yes. Tell me now, some of all the places that have major road in Delta State today, is it their representatives alone that will took action? Because let me clear, even if you have the one of the worst representatives in Indokwa East, if Governor Oborevwori wants to do something in Indokwa East, he will do it. I'm talking about Ushi to be precisely. If Okowa and did not say yes, I'm not solely blaming Governor Sheriff Oborevwori. Yes, please. Because we also had governors, like Governor Ifan Yokowa is different from our own region. He never thought of doing anything for the people of Indokwa East. When you talk about Chief James Onarefibodi, when he was busy distributing money in Delta State, he never remembered Ndokwa East. But they knew how to take 13% of oil revenue that's coming from Ndokwa East. That is such a big shame. He says the word, a very, very word, big shame for the Delta State leaders. So I'm using this opportunity to call on Ndokwa East representatives in Delta State House of Assembly and also calling on Governor Sheriff Oborevwori. The people of Ndokwa East, we are going through a lot. We need roads. Now that you are confirming that Delta State is making much money than they used to make, we need good road. Ndokwa East, we need hospitals. There's no hospitals. There's no good water. There are no schools, no electricity. I'm not making this up. Ask anybody from the Ushi. Ask anybody from Oko, Abala. Ask anybody from Opai, connected to Kwale. They will confirm all of these things. It's a big shame for Delta State leaders seeing the people suffer. Why Delta State is one of the richest state in Nigeria. Please, Governor Sheriff Oborevwori, I know that in Ndokwa East right now, we have one of the most useless representatives. Yes, we do. If not, I know by now something must have been done. Please, the governor of Delta State, do something about Ndokwa East, because the people are going through a lot. The suffering in Ndokwa East is so much. Please, if this is your first time coming across my platforms, hit that subscribe button, like, comment, and share like always.